Okay, guys, let's just jump right into it. So first thing first, what I'm going to be doing is basically just I pinned down the lace closure onto the dome cap, and basically what I'm doing right now, I just created the first knot to hold the lace closure into the dome cap. So I created the knot, and I am going through the elastic band. The only time I go through the elastic band in my wigs is when I'm sewing the closure down. So that's the only time I'm going to go through the elastic band. So yes, I'm going through all layers of the elastic band. And then I'm just going to go. I'm sorry, guys, for my damn arm. Meaning, in a way, this is my first time ever recording me, making a wig. So yeah, sorry about that. Next time, it's just going to be better from now. But yeah, so I'm just basically sewing, the lace closure. I'm going to sew one side, and then I'm going to go and sew the other side, and then I sew the back. You never want to go one side to the other side because you can cause shifting in your closure. So always sew one side, then go to the other side, then sew the back. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now, I'm going to pin the track to the cap just so it's easier for me to sew. And then basically the pattern that I use to sew my tracks for my lace closure wig is I basically go from closure to closure. And before you ask, yes, I do cut my wefts just because I want my wigs to lay flat and seamless. So that's how I get my wigs extra flat. I cut my wefts. And then so I go from closure to closure on each track. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just basically sewing that tracks from closure to closure in that U-shaped form. And I just do that till I get to the very top. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Just keep on watching. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm still sewing from closure to closure. I'm almost at the top, but yes, I'm still going in that U shape, going from closure to closure. Yeah, guys, this is super easy. It's super self-explanatory. Okay, guys, now that I have reached the top of my wig head, my wig cap, basically how I determine when I start sewing straight across is basically when I get to the back of the closure. So once I see that only the back of the closure is left, then I start going in the same direction as the back of the closure, which is like straight across. So that's what I'm doing right now. And this is basically how I finish off my wigs. I sew in this direction all the way till I reach the closure. So just keep on watching. And also, I just want to throw this in. I have watched numerous videos on YouTube, and this is my technique. This is the technique that I have learned, to be the best for me. So my wigs don't be, lumpy and humpy. And baby, you know how you could just tell when it's a wig? You know what I'm saying? Yes. So with this method, this is going to be an undetectable wig, because we want people to think that this is our hair. We want people to think that this is a sew-in or something. We do not want our wigs looking like wigs, sis. Like, no, that's not the goal. You want it to look flat and natural as possible. And this is the method that I found that works best for me. So okay, now I'm just finishing off my wig. This is the last track that I'm going to sew. And you want to make sure you just sew that as close as possible to the closure, because we don't want no gaps, especially around the top of our head. So just sew that as close as you can to your lace closure. Okay, now that your wig is finished, what we're going to do is go ahead and cut the excess the extra I cannot talk. The excess cap that's under the lace closure, we're going to go ahead and cut that off because we no longer need it. So be very careful when doing this, you guys. Make sure you use some sharp scissors, because you do not want to cut that thread, because your wig gets ruined. So my scissors was kind of dull, so that's why I recommend make sure you use some sharp scissors so you do not mess this stuff up. And this is how your wig should look. Now that your wig is complete, we're just going to put it back onto our wig head. You're going to wet the lace closure, and then we're going to begin plucking, because come on now, sis, who hairline actually looks like that? Nobody hairline looks like that. So we're going to pluck some of their hairline to make it look a little bit more natural. So what I do, I just it's easier to pluck your closures or frontals, whatever, while it's wet. So you just get a spray bottle with some water, wet your closure, and then you're going to begin plucking. Now the plucking method that I use is really simple. I just pluck, skip a space, pluck, skip a space, pluck. I just pluck, skip, pluck, skip, pluck, skip. So that's the method that I use when I'm plucking. And you want to make sure that you part the baby hairs off first. Don't start plucking right on that hair. Yes, so now I'm just going to come to the front of the lace closure, and I'm just going to get rid of that straight line look. So I'm just going to pluck out the straight line pretty much.
talking junk and these think these hoes mad trash. I'm giggling, can let the devil have the last laugh. Ain't no more beefing, I'm just keeping to myself. I'm my own competition, I'm competing with myself.
I told y'all I'm living my best life. I told y'all I'm living my best life. Cash won't peak like Dante. I told y'all I'm living my best life. I told y'all I'm living my best life. I made a couple M's with my best friends. Turned on